So I made a mistake. Yep, I said that the NED funded Human Rights Watch, and it doesn't. I made some assumptions, and you know what they say about people who assume. But why did I make those assumptions, and what is the truth? Well, let's break it down together, and this time with receipt. Okay, first off, I did make a really silly assumption. I just assumed these organizations were linked because they do tend to mirror each other's narrative, and the narratives use the dubious research that we've debunked quite a lot on my page, to the point where the NED actually lists Human Rights Watch on their website as a resource. Also, Maya Wang, the Associate China Director at Human Rights Watch, who was cited in the report that I debunked here, is on the board of the Hong Kong Democracy Council, which is NED funded. So there are clear links and there are clear narrative similarities. The difference is that Human Rights Watch doesn't want to be connected to the NED. It wants to maintain this idea that it's independent. But when we look at its funding, it has a lot of private organizations like the Ford Foundation, Open Societies by George Soros, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, etc., that do operate within the same space that NED organizations operate in, which is essentially a furthering of imperial agendas. In fact, for Ford Foundation, we discussed that in our interview with KJ No on the Empire Watch YouTube channel. We talked about how the Ford Foundation was an instrumental architect for the genocide in Indonesia that happened in 1965. So check it out. It's a really fascinating interview and a really fascinating look into how these organizations that are supposed to be promoting human rights, freedom, and democracy around the world are actually part of the US empire agenda. And I will actually be doing a reel that goes into more about the Ford Foundation because it's really fascinating.